Hello and welcome. I'll be discussing the transit of Lilith in Scorpio from March to December 2025. And Lilith is a very potent energy in the birth chart. I feel sometimes more potent than a lot of other planetary placements in the chart because it deals with your primal instinct. It deals with the darkest parts of yourself that usually come out during new moon, full moon cycles, or when the moon is aspected in a way that allows you to show your Lilith. And with Lilith moving into Scorpio, Scorpio is a sign that deals with honesty, sharing, truth, intimacy, vulnerability, power dynamic, sexuality, death, other people's money. There's an attempt to merge with Scorpio instead of being somebody's garbage can. You are opening up to intensity and merging. There is a need for honesty, and there's a strong need for shared honesty when Lilith is in Scorpio. So if you have Lilith in Scorpio, you are going through a Lilith return, and if you have Lilith in aspect to either Pluto or Mars, this is going to be very important for you. So we're going to talk a little bit about the journey that Lilith will be having while she's going to be in the constellation of Scorpio. And something very interesting with this transit of Lilith is that she will be actually accompanied by astral sisters Juno, which is the asteroid that deals with what we basically are married to, the things that we focus on, and the asteroid Vesta, which is the asteroid of what we invest in. So these two asteroids will be in Scorpio at the same time that Lilith will be transiting in the sign of Scorpio. On April 27th, there will be a Taurus new moon at 7 degrees, and Lilith will be opposite that moon. And this is going to be very important because Lilith will also be having some pretty intense conversations with the planet Mars that will be in the sign of Leo, and the planet Pluto that will be in the sign of Aquarius. So both Pluto and Mars are Lilith's ancient and modern ruling planet. So when you see this tension with Lilith during the new moon, there is going to be an odds happening. Like Mars and Pluto are at odds and Lilith is at odds. So like the old and the new will be a very strong indication here when I see this. Venus will be at 10 degrees of Aries, Mercury will be at 10 degrees of Aries, where Venus went retrograde on March 1st. So there'll be a lot of reoccurring themes with this Lilith in Scorpio transit because it starts with a kind of like a retrogradation vibration. So we are going to be reflecting, revising, regrouping, reanalyzing, or just going back to something that needs to be restructured. On May 12th, there will be a Scorpio full moon. And this Scorpio full moon will be conjunct Lilith. And remember, Lilith is the dark part of the moon. So this will be kind of like a very familiar energy for Lilith with the moon being here. So the spotlight will be on Lilith and Lilith's emotions, and Lilith's needs are going to be highlighted around this time. And this is going to be a very important thing because Lilith, right after the full moon, Lilith and Vesta, the asteroid of investment, will be forming a Kazemi aspect together. So they'll be washing one another around that time where there may be something coming back around for Lilith for her to look at and how she's investing those themes of Lilith and Scorpio, who are you trusting, the power dynamics around you, other people's resources, sexuality. That will be a theme that will be really highlighted around that full moon. As we go on, I noticed that there will be a Mercury retrograde cycle that will also talk to Lilith in July and August. And there will be a reassessment of how we are communicating the things that we need honestly and clearly. And the thing about Scorpio is sometimes Scorpio doesn't speak. Sometimes Scorpio observes a lot because it is ruled by Pluto, and Pluto is one of the farthest planets, the dwarf planets that we have. Pluto is always in observation. Pluto rules the underworld. So there may be more of an observation with this Mercury retrograde than action from Lilith because, like I said, because of the tension that she's going to be having at the beginning, she's really going to be looking at new ways to do things. So this is going to be definitely a theme that can be playing out with you in your life, where you're looking at different ways of looking at investments, your resources, your partner's resources, the work that you do, the job that you do, the companies that pay you, the people that pay you, any type of money that basically you either don't have to work for, is given to you, taxes, all of those things are going to be highlighted around this time. Lilith will also have a really nice trine to Jupiter and Venus in Cancer. I know it's really going to take us back to May around that time. So when Lilith has this conversation, it's really going to be highlighting what was taking place in May, late May actually. At this time, Lilith will be accompanied Vesta and Juno, which will be fully direct. And that is going to be a very beautiful combination because now it's going to be like Lilith has more energy. She's understanding the things that she needs to do. She's pulling weight. She's understanding, okay, this is where I need to focus the energy. These are the people I can trust. These are the people I can't trust, and so forth. On September 7th, Lilith will square Venus, which is going to be very interesting because while Lilith is in Scorpio, Venus rules Taurus, which is Scorpio's partner sign. So there may be some tension in the relationships or some adjustment or challenges that may come that you may have to look at while that is taking place. The wonderful thing about this Lilith transit is from September 23rd to November 4th, Mars will move into the sign of Scorpio, which is amazing because this is this is Scorpio's ancient ruling planet, and it will be conjuncting Scorpio on October 7th. I mean, it will be conjuncting Lilith, Mercury in Scorpio. Yeah, it will be, Mercury will be in Scorpio backing it up. Yeah, around October 7th. So this is going to be a big deal with Mars, Lilith, Mercury. All those other energies will be coming into the sign of Scorpio, and Lilith will have a lot of support. By late November, there'll be a stellium there. So Venus, the moon, Lilith, Sun, Mercury retrograde, all of those energies will be in Scorpio. And there's going to be a really nice trine being made to Saturn and Neptune. And what that tells me is that there is some type of energy of lasting for longevity, and also trying to make those dreams into reality type of vibration with this. And I really think that with this Lilith in Scorpio transit, that we're really looking at how we invest our natural resources. And natural resources can be your body as well, your time, your energy. All of those things are going to be highlighted while Lilith is in Scorpio. And who can you trust with those things? You know, you have to have you have to have honesty with yourself first, because this Lilith in Scorpio will cause you to be honest with yourself. If not, it can cause that in a relationship with another person, and it could be in any type of relationship, to be honest with you. What can point out areas where maybe you haven't been so honest with yourself and integrating, those shadow parts of you with the light parts of you, which is the only way that Lilith will be able to operate in a healthy way when it's channeled constructively, when it is acknowledged and it's not being judged, punished, rejected, or put through rageful emotional situations. Because with Lilith and Scorpio, there can be an opportunity for rage and sometimes even violence to come out. And we want to make sure that we're integrating the energy in a way that it will be channeled in a healthy way so that those kind of situations won't be as extreme. A lot of times with transits like this, it will show you really how much you've integrated your Lilith, because Lilith in Scorpio is a Lilith that does trigger a lot of things, because it will be able to see through a lot of phoniness and a lot of the beauty, the glitz, the glamour, because it is going to be having some intense conversations with Venus. So it's not really gonna be with the shits with Venus, with Venus trying to gloss things over and make things look pretty. So those of you with Taurus and Libra placements will also kind of notice that there's gonna be like this raw honesty that has to kind of come through. So I hope you guys enjoyed my interpretation of Lilith and Scorpio transit, and I'll see you guys in the next video.